Pauri 23.
Salahi Salahi eti Surti na Payeea Nadian ate wah Paveh Samund n jani ahe Samud sah Sultan Girha Seti mal Dhan Kiri tuli na Hovani je tis Manhon Visre.
Explanation. In this Pauri, the importance of the mystery of mergence in the vast expanse and manifestation of the Almighty has been explicitly brought out. Pauri depicts that the Almighty is the greatest of the greatest in all respects. People worship Him. Praise and adoration are commonly done for Him, since creatures formed by Him know that only by His blessings and grace one can live and survive. With all this, nobody is able to conceive the greatest mystery of the Almighty, the cosmic supreme power. People generally talk, discuss and sing His glory in all possible ways to adore Him. But nobody could recognize and reveal His infinite glory with all such prayers and adorations. Even people forget themselves by such adorations but could not succeed to identify and recognize Him. It is similar to the situation of various rivers and canals that finally get merged after crossing plains and fields into the ocean, but never find the limitless boundaries of the ocean even after mergence. To know the magnanimity of the ocean, rivers must be larger and bigger than the ocean, which is not feasible. A finite cannot observe infinite. It has to be bigger than infinite to recognize it, and it is not practicable for a finite. This makes it very vivid that it is impossible to know Almighty, but it is possible to get absorbed in Him, to take dip in its divinity, to merge in Him and take joy of the mergence. His knowledge is beyond one's absorption, but it is feasible to merge in His supreme light of wisdom and knowledge. So, by devotion, one can merge in Him, enjoy the glory of His presence, and by devotion and love, one can enjoy and have taste of His wonderful and mysterious beauty. In fact, He is far beyond words or speech and mind of a human being. Mind and human wisdom cannot approach His vicinity. Devotion and love for Him are the means and perfect suitable ladder to climb to get merged in the infinite source. He reveals Himself to His devotees by the pure language of devotion, and devotion is beyond material and costs nothing. Devotion and love for Him is by His grace only, and one cannot have abstract love without for anyone without form and shape. God devotion is feasible when one really becomes indifferent from this material world and understands or perceives from the bottom of the heart His transient or temporary existence on this earth, and when one ceases to extract any happiness from any of the worldly sources. The kingdom of a great emperor is considered really very great, which has under his control the large territory of the resources of the ocean, since the ocean has a treasure of very important materials in its deep depth, which just needs to be exploited. Besides the control of the ocean, if the kingdom has plenty of land and mountains of richness, it is really a very splendid kingdom, and the emperor of such a kingdom is beyond imagination of richness and commands high regards all around. But even such a king does not get any regard in the kingdom of God. The king's prestige in the kingdom of Almighty is considered even lower than that of a smallest ant, which always remembers the glory of the Almighty. In the nutshell, this Pauri conveys the importance of the glory of the remembrance of Almighty in the background of one's mind and brings out very vividly the importance of the mergence of devotee in the glory of Almighty in comparison to trying to conceive and know His mystery of existence. To taste the joy of mergence in His glory is wonderful, and one must concentrate his efforts with great devotion to merge in it by meditation and listening to the voiceless voice of Almighty. In short, an emperor with treasures and dominion equal to vast like the ocean is not equal to an ant, whose heart retains the love of God.